There is a pre-existing danger to the Barbadian population as it references matters that are legal when the legal fraternity is wrapped up in the Bill's bondsman type business, as well as being legal representatives for um, clients. There's something wrong in Barbados with attorneys. And unless the the government, which for the most part um, has the influence of members of parliament who themselves are attorneys, so it's hard for them to police the attorney um, a population in Barbados, the legal fraternity in Barbados, by way of judicial reinforcement or passing laws that would take care of criminal attorneys. It's hard for them to do that because most of them themselves are attorneys, and they have benefited on both sides of the blade, being in parliament and also being attorneys. And I cannot dispute the fact that there are honest people out there who are part of the legal fraternity, but there are a lot of very dishonest people out there. And to not be able to police that landscape properly leads to the problems where you have judicial uh, misconduct, as in the case of Von der Pyle and others who have acted miscreantly, criminally, uh, with reference to the defense of their clients. And for Andrew Pilgrim to say what he said, he did not say that not being the beneficiary of a system whose um, implied position has afforded him the opportunity to make money at the expense of clients. That needs to be policed. That smells bad. And if it walks like a duck and quacks like a duck, then it has to be a duck. And for the people of Barbados to not understand that, there is something wrong with the level of corruption at that level, where when you go through a law school, they teach ethics, they should, and to violate a client's privileges, to be ethically bankrupt as an attorney, shouldn't require three strikes. The first time you do it, because you would have matriculated through law school and ethics courses, and there are always continuing education courses for attorneys. You should know that you're violating ethics and that you face being disbarred. And I don't understand what Andrew Pilgrim is talking about. To me, he's straddling the fence because it benefits him, and that to me is disingenuous, unethical, and dishonest. And I feel like the court system in Barbados no longer um, should be left up to the judiciary alone in Barbados. It should go to the highest court in the Caribbean for solutions to decisions made um, through criminal misrepresentation. For example, if you're defending a client and you're an unethical lawyer, they should have to go back and review every single case that you were involved in and what your level of representation was for that client. Because if you've been found to be unjust or to have exhibited criminal intent as part of the duties that you exhibited for one or more clients, then it is possible that every case that you represented, every client that you represented, that their specific case was tainted. Same thing with the prosecution. So we need to go back and carefully review a lot of decisions that these crooked lawyers in Barbados made, and if found to be unjust, then have a reversal of what occurred. That the client has a right to be represented to the highest extent by the person chosen to be their lawyer. When that's violated, then the court system should review and reverse um, the case. So, as far as Andrew Pilgrim goes, it is nonsensical for him to offer up that all people should get bail. Not everybody should get bail. Andrew, you know better than that. And that's the problem right now in Barbados, the disproportionate usage and application of the law, not only from a standpoint of those who are wealthy, but from a standpoint of those who, even poor, can put their property up for bond, for bail, be bailed out, and now they're on the streets to commit another heinous crime. And based on what you have said, it seems as if you are pro um, criminals walking the streets of Barbados because they can afford to bail themselves out, and those criminals revisiting activities that can harm or maim or kill people. It is a stupid comment for him to have made. And King Council or not, I start looking at people from an ethical standpoint when they start placing financial reimbursement above the application of the law that should benefit all Barbadians.
Help me spread the word about Naked Departure via social media. Subscribe and share to show support and love for our channels.